Welcome to a new lesson of CapCut. In this lesson, we are going to learn about how we can trim, split, and also delete content from your timeline panel. So, without any further ado, let's just hop onto the lesson by opening up CapCut on our device. As you can see on my screen that I have opened up CapCut on my device. Now, what I'm going to be doing is going to be clicking on this new project. So just as I click on new project, this type of interface appears up. Just the same one which you've seen previously on this course. Now, what I'm going to do is going to be importing my videos or my content over here. I'm going to import all of them together so that I can see all of them. So I'm going to do sort them out. Let's say the file type. Okay, perfect. And now what I'm going to be doing is going to be dragging two of these videos. And what I'm going to do is going to be using audios too at the same time. So there we go. We have two of these audios. And also I have two of these video clips. So what I'm going to be doing over here is that I'm going to show you how you'll be able to split and trim out those content. Now, how will you be able to do that? Now, it is very simple in CapCut. Well, in Filmora, there are different methods of splitting and trimming. But in CapCut, it is very simple and very easy because it's only one or two methods. Now, the first method which you are going to follow is going to be the drag. So the drag is going to be either you can cut the part of a video from either at the end or from the beginning. So what you're going to do is going to be dragging or keep your mouse or point your mouse to the beginning of any clip. And basically you will see that your cursor will turn into this adjuster. And then you're going to do is just drag it inside if you're starting from the beginning of the clip. And you'll basically see that the beginning of the clip has been trimmed. Now, vice versa, if you do it from the end of the clip, you'll basically see that it will cut parts out from the end. So I'm going to do is just keep it on 10 seconds. And there we go. It is just, you can see that it has been cut up. So this is basically how it works. I'm going to do is just reduce the sound a bit so that, I can hear it out and you can hear me out too. Apply the same thing over here. There we go. Okay, so we have this over here. Now, how will you be able to do the, trim or split out audios? Well, it's the same way. Make sure to first off click on the audio which you want to cut out. Take your cursor to the beginning, cut it out. Take your cursor to the end, cut it out. There we go, and adjust it. Perfect. I'm going to do is keep it on the split. I'm going to do is drag it over here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to split it up and take it to the beginning. I'm going to do is just keep it over here. There we go. So we have two of these options are, we already know how we will be able to trim or split out, content. Now, the main thing which we're going to know about is how will you be able to remove parts inside of any component or any media. So to do that, first things first is that make sure to use the slider over here, which you can see on this timeline panel. Now, take it to the part where you want to start cutting it from so that you can remove that specific part. Now, let's say I don't want to see this tree over here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to just cut this part out. So what will I do? I'm not going to drag it so that, the part which I've seen over here will also be removed, but I don't want that. So make sure to take the slider onto the part which you want to remove it from. Then you have this option over here called splice. You can click on that and you'll basically see that it will create a splice or a split. Now you can see we have 3 videos on our timeline panel. Then I'm going to do is going to be taking it to the part where I cannot see the tree anymore. There we go. I'm going to splice it up again. And then I'm going to do is just remove it. Just press on delete or backspace and then you're good to go. Take it to the beginning, play it out. This is how it will look like. Now, if you want it to be a bit smoother, you can also do that. But now you basically know how you'll be able to, split and trim elements or even, content out of your video. You can also do the same thing with your audio. Let's try it out. So I'm going to do is drag it over here. I don't need this part. Or maybe let's say I don't need this part over here. Select the audio or select any media which you want to remove. What I'm going to do is just split. I'm going to do is just split it out. And I'm going to do is just remove it. There we go. Works the same way on all medias. See? This is how simple it is on how you'll be able to, edit out media. Okay, so I'm going to do is just cut all of it out and show you the next method. Now, what if you want to also remove text? But in my previous lessons, I did not show you how to apply your text. So I'm also going to be showing you how you'll be able to apply text and use it in your composition. First off, I'm going to do is take one of this video over here. I'm also going to be taking one of these audios so that it just looks a bit better. There we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to be splice it up in a different way now. So what I'm going to do is going to be taking this over here. And then I'm not going to be using this tool anymore. What I'm going to be doing is going to be pressing on Control B. First off, you have to click on it. There we go. Control B. You can press on Control Z. Over here, you can see the shortcut for this is Control and B, okay? There we go. And I'm going to do is take it to the part where I need it. Make sure to select the part, Control Z. There we go. Delete. I'll do is take it at the beginning. Delete. There we go. So basically we have our whole content over here. Now how will you be able to use the text? If you want to use the text or if you want to use text, first off, what you have to do is go over to this text option. From here, you have this default option over here, or you can also use presets. That's basically up to you. But I have a whole separate lesson. So in this lesson, I'm just going to show you how you'll be able to also cut out and also apply text in your composition. Click on default text, press on this plus option. It will appear up on your timeline panel. Then adjust it wherever you need it. There we go. So as we have our text, now you can see that the text is appearing up on the whole, the whole composition or the whole video. If I play on it, so let me just reduce the sound just a bit. This is how it sounds. Now I'm going to do is just type in, just double click on it. Sunflower. There we go. I'm not going to do any edit because I have a whole different lesson for that. Now, if I want any part of this one to be removed to or cut up, I can also use the two methods. Either I can drag it from the end or drag it from the beginning, or what I can do is use the split option. You can just take this slider, press on Control B, take the slider again to the end, press on Control B. There we go. Control Z, Control B over here, and you'll be able to delete it. Now what you can also do is do the same method on, just cut out the part, drag it out, and you can also make different text on different parts. Let's say I'm going to do is type in sunflower. Now, okay, let's say I'm going to do is just drag the whole thing over here. Now what I'm going to do is going to be separating it. Control B. I'm going to do is just split it. And I'm going to do is split it again. Now on sunflower, I'm going to do is just type in tulip. There we go. On this one, I'm gonna do is, okay, this one is tulip. On this one, I'm gonna type in marigold. On the second one, I'm gonna do is just type in beach vibes. And if you play it, this is how it will look like. See how simple it is to cut out parts out of, your media or from your timeline panel. Now, there are also other options which you will see. Now, up till now, I've shown you how you'll be able to split out. Now, there are two more options which you will find out over here. Delete left and delete right. Make sure to get your slider to the part where you have the slider on. And if you want to delete any content on your right, click on that. And you can see couldn't delete right at this position. What you can do is just click on that, delete right. And you can see that after that specific line or after that specific, slider, everything on the right will be removed or deleted. Now, even if I do not have any, let's say, any split over here. If I select on this, let's say I don't want anything on the left over here from this slider. So I'm going to click on this, delete left, and everything right after the slider on the left will be removed. It works the same way on all medias. If I do it on the video, delete left, everything from the left will be deleted. Now let me just show it to you just by using or removing this, magnets. You can see all has been removed. Works the same case for your, text too. So if you click on this text over here and you click on delete left, everything on the left will be removed. But one thing is that if it has segments like this, you can see there are two segments, one part, two part. So on this part, everything will be deleted on the left. But what you can do is that if you select all of these together and then use the slider and then delete it, you'll basically see this is what will happen. It will also find out the segments and then remove it out. Okay? But if all of them are together, just all of them, like one text, one video, one audio, then it will delete everything which you have over here. Even if you have it grouped, you can see all of them has been grouped up. You can see grouped up. Now if I click on this, delete, and you can see the same way appears up. So just fiddle through these options, find out how you need to, remove or trim out your, data or content, whichever you have. And you can see there are a couple of other options which you will find out over here. If you want to go through some video settings, you can go through there and customize it up. So it's basically up to you, and hope you understood everything about this lesson on how you'll be able to split and trim out content media from your timeline panel. So thank you for watching this video up till the very end. And now let's move on to our next lesson of CapCut.